What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a very special one. Dark Knight is getting a facelift, and we're over at Apex Styling. My boy decided to team up with me, and we're gonna do a complete color change. And the color that I end up choosing is definitely like a one-on-one when it comes to Cybertrucks. And as far as just any other car having it, I've only seen 4 or 5 cars on the internet in general that has this color. So it's definitely gonna be very unique, and the actual color reveal is gonna be insane. As of right now, I have satin black on my Cybertruck, and if you've ever seen a Cybertruck, that's pretty much one of the most common colors, satin black and white. And at the time, it definitely was one of the cheaper options, so that's why I opted in to kind of go with black, and it just looks sick, like having it super stealthy and just, you know, blacked out, and that's kind of where I got the name Dark Knight from. So yeah, it's still gonna be Dark Knight in the flesh, but it's just gonna have a different persona, that's all. Baby boy getting an upgrade. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk you guys through basically like what's the whole process of like removing PPF from the Cybertruck and different things like that. Obviously, I'm not the professional, so he's gonna be giving you all the tips and tricks, but I'm just gonna kind of show you the process a little bit and then show you the end result. If you guys have been following what's been going on with my Cybertruck, you know that I was in an accident. So parts of my PPF did have to get taken off and parts had to get replaced, so it does have PPF on it. And honestly, it was just way more cost effective to just redo the entire thing. So that's what we're doing here. So yeah, let's get to it. So this stuff, it isn't like the hardest to like take off, but this shit's a workout. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can definitely see why it will protect your car from rock chips and things like that. But if your car is properly heated up and to the right temperature, it's not that bad. It's just like hella work. So like I just heated it up, and you see it's coming off pretty easily. Definitely take some elbow grease, but it's pretty easy to remove. It's just more so time consuming, and I can honestly see from just doing it why shops charge extra. And again, shout out to my boy over at Apex Styling for like not only walking me through, showing me how it's done, allowing me to kind of help and kind of get this content to you guys. So yeah, shout out to him, bro. You're gonna meet him in a little bit. He ran to the store, but he'll be back shortly. So yeah, we took off 2 panels so far, working on this 3rd panel. And for the most part, as long as you heat this up or got your car at room temperature, it's pretty easy to take off. You can see we got some residue left over, but that's super easy to take off, just alcohol and a little bit of elbow grease. And that's gonna happen with this PPF, especially if it's yeah, if it's super stuck on here, which it should be, but you definitely gonna have that. But he showed me a trick. You can you just take some time. Yeah, so we about 2/3 done with the car, probably a little bit more than that. I got so much respect for wrap companies, because this shit, it's not easy. I know I wasn't able to give y'all too many tips and pointers. I've been in here working too hard. So this is not for the weak. My hands are like definitely hurting. Starting to get like marks, it's dirty. But it's gonna be all worth it when y'all see the end. So stay tuned. We'll be back when it's all done. All right, guys, so we finally got all of the PPF off of the Cybertruck. Now, one thing about it, bro, it leaving residue is kind of like inevitable, it's gonna happen. Also, on the first side that we did, the car was kind of freshly in the shop, and I was just like in a rush and only had a certain amount of time, so we started, you know, taking it off, and that side has a lot more residue than this side, which this side was kind of cooking for about an hour, damn near 2, so this side definitely has less residue. I would say the hardest part was probably the hood, which was surprising to me, just because the hood is typically like the easiest part to put on when you're watching like any type of like DIY video. So the fact that that was the hardest part to take off was really, really surprising to me. And it actually had like the most residue on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like it had the most residue on it, which again was super surprising. But once again, I think we're gonna call it here today, just because we've been doing it for like 3 or 4 hours now. So call it a day. I think tomorrow we're gonna come back, we're gonna remove the residue, and then we're gonna start the whole wrapping process. But it's been a hell of an experience. I'll tell you what, I respect all the wrap professionals out there, because this is no easy task. This shit was definitely worth 150 hour, whatever you want to charge. That shit was definitely tough. But again, I think if we would have let it bake for a lot longer, it would have been a lot easier. But nevertheless, man, Dark Knight is no longer dark. New color incoming. What's good with it? We back. The car is finally done, all wrapped, looking good. And I can promise you one thing, you will not find another wrap like this on any car ever. This wrap is extremely unique. I can barely even find any references myself. So you would never ever see this wrap on a Cybertruck, let alone almost any car in the world. So why did I get this wrap? For one, I really enjoyed the color itself. I thought it was very unique. I thought it was different. But when I was trying to think of like different ideas of like how I want to do my truck, I didn't want it too loud, but I didn't want something that kind of everybody kind of, oh my God, something that everybody kind of was getting, or something that you would see on, you know, your average car or truck. So I found this color and it was extremely hard to find. Like I said, the good thing about this is it changes kind of on how you look at it and how the sun hits it, right? So at nighttime, it looks really black, really stealthy, but in the light, you can kind of see it has like this light undertone, but then when you get towards the back, it gets real dark and muted. So it has like this two-tone like color shift type of property to it. And that's something that I really loved. And like I said, you're not gonna see any other vehicle nowhere with this wrap. I'm not gonna tell y'all the name of it because I don't want everybody going to get it. So I gotta gatekeep that. But this is 1000% a one of one color on a Cybertruck. So in the comments, let me know what y'all think. I mean, man, this wrap is absolutely fire, bro. Like, I don't know, I like it more now that I see it in person and I see it on my truck. Like, I envisioned it. I kind of understood like what I was going for and different things like that. But honest to God truth, now that I see it on my truck, this is 1000% better than black. 1000%. Not even close. Honestly, man, this has been a hell of a process. As you guys see in the beginning of the video, it was extremely hard to take the old wrap off and to remove all the residue. And honestly, I enjoy this wrap a lot more due to the entirety of the process. Last time I just dropped it off, got it done, came back, and you know, that was that. But this time I actually put some blood, sweat, and tears in it. So it kind of makes it like mean a little bit more, kind of makes it symbolize a little more. And I enjoyed it a lot more knowing that I kind of put some work in to get this type of end result. Man, I don't know, it's a real good feeling, for one, to be able to do something like this, but for two, to actually have a vision and for it to like come to life. That's like the dope thing. And now that I got my Cybertruck exactly how I wanted it, because to be honest, I didn't want black, but black at the time was just the cheapest option, and black on black just always looks good. So I didn't really want black. I always wanted something sort of like this. But now that I got it, the content is finna go crazy. Like, I'm gonna be dropping so much content on this truck, it's not even funny. So in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this wrap. I hope y'all enjoyed the whole process. I know I was supposed to get a little bit more in depth, but couldn't really do that. I was trying to get this done. All of this took around like 4 days. Between the old wrap removal, residue removal, and the new wrap took around like 4 days, which is pretty quick. So that's something that I was very thankful for and glad that I was able to do. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.